All right. Online students, I'm going to have to come back and go through this question with you because I forgot to record it, but we're going to graph it now. Okay, y'all. Back to this. 2, 0. Left, right, up, or down 2. Which direction am I going to go to? Okay, so this is my origin. So am I going to go up 2, down 2, right 2? Right 2. And then up or down how many?
0.
So I put a dot right there. Okay, so always starting from the origin. Lysandra, your table. Tell me left, down, up, or right, and how many?
Right 3 times.
Good.
Down 3 times.
Good. Put you a dot. Pedro, your table. You can down. Tell me how to go.
Left.
Left.
Right.
Okay, right. How many? And then?
Down 4.
Good. Put your dot.
I was reading backwards, my bad.
Front table again. Gilbert's table.
5 to the right and down 3.
Good. Lysandra, back to your table.
So 6 to the right.
Go nowhere. Okay, good. Now draw a nice curve. It should not be a V. It should not be a V. It should be a U. A quadratic is always a nice, gentle curve. It should have arrows. Your dot should be obvious. And you better have the work. You don't have the work, you won't get the points. I'll give you a straight 0. I'm not playing with that. I am not going to do number 2. You need to do number 2. Okay? Now what I am going to do is I'm going to pick some questions on here that I think you guys will need some help on. I'm going to help you on number 4. I'm going to help you on number 5. I'm going to help you on number 11. And I'm going to help you on number 16. Those are the ones I'm going to do. The rest you're going to do yourself with your group. You're going to be able to talk to your group. What it looks like to work with a group. Hey, can you walk me through how this one works? I don't remember how this one works. Can you remind me how that works? Why'd you do that step? Can you explain to me how we did this? What it doesn't look like. Here are the answers. Just copy, bro. You follow me?
But which ones are you going to go over again?
I'm going to go over, I'll just go through them with you. Number 4? Okay. The first thing I want to check on this one is I want to see if I can factor it. So I'm going to grab a quick scratch paper. So I'm on scratch paper. I'll try to make that obvious. 5n squared plus 20n plus 18. If I was going to factor it, what would go in the bottom?
18.
18 and what? Remember that 5? What would go in the top? 20. Okay? Now, this one doesn't factor. But let's show you how we know. This could be like a 3 and a 6, and this could be still a 5. I could get a 15 and 6. Is there any way for 15 and 6 to add to 20?
Nope.
Is there any way for it to subtract to 20?
No.
Okay, I could also do 18 and 5. Is there any way for those to add or subtract to 20? I could break this down again as a 3 and a 2, so I could have 10 and 10 and 9. Is there any way to add or subtract those to 20? Nope. No. I could do 9 and 5. I could do 45 and 2. Is there any way to add and subtract those to 20? See how this is pretty close and this is pretty close? Because we could get 21 or 19 from both of those. There's just no way to get to that 20, which means we are stuck. We have to do the quadratic formula. Now, y'all, I only made 2 questions on this whole thing that you have to use the quadratic formula on. Everything else factors nicely. Okay? Now, if you want to use a quadratic formula on every single one, it will work every single time. I just try to avoid it unless I am forced to do it. Okay, go ahead.
You think you turn out the light, because there's like a whole bunch of green.
Absolutely. Sorry, the static electricity from my chair when I stand up interferes with this, and it turns that screen off for a second. All right. What's my A and B and C?
5 and 2.
A is just 5. What's my B? What's my C? Plug it in. So it should look like this. You're going to need to write, if you need more room, you can grab extra paper from the back and just staple it with your assignment when you turn it in. Make sure you number the problems. If I can't tell what question it is, I'm not grading it. I have enough things on my plate. I don't need to be doing your work too. Need me to zoom in? Can you not slow down? Okay. I thought you said cool down. I was like, okay. I'm a little warm too. I do tend to go pretty fast. I get bored going slow. But we can take we can take it a little slower. You don't get all right. I see you guys trying to write as fast as me. I'm sorry. I don't even think about it. I just write fast.
Shouldn't negative 20 in front be parentheses?
You can, but you don't need them because there's not 2 negatives. Okay, you guys. Let's break it down. I would 100% grab a calculator. We want to figure out what this is all at the same time. So in our calculator, we're going to do I'm going to scroll this up just a little bit. I'm going to do 20 squared minus 4 times 5 times 18. I want all of that at the same time. You follow? You guys tell me what you get. What's 2 times 5? How do we break down that 40? I want to be able to pull something out. Can I cancel the 20 and the 10 right now?
No.
No, why not? Because I can't take it out of this too. Has to be in front of the square root to be able to cancel something. Can we break down this 40? What are 2 numbers that multiply to 40? I like that. 4 and 10. Break down that 4, 2 and 2. Now I could break down that 10 as 2 and 5, but I don't have a group for those 2s and 5s, so there is no point in that. So I get a 2 on the outside and a 10 on the inside, and that's going to become all of this. So I got negative 20 plus or minus . Can we cancel something out now? Can we reduce? What's a number we could take out of every single group?
2.
So if I take a 2 out of here, that 2's gone. If I take a 2 out of 10, what is it now? If I take a 2 out of 20, what is it now? Don't forget the negative, but yes. Sorry, plus or minus. That's your answer. Number 5 when you're ready. Are you ready? Okay. Number 5. You don't need to use quadratic formula on this. Does anybody know what we do? We could factor. Can we GCF anything? What's something we could take out of every single group? What do all the groups have in common? What's in both of these? Good. If I take a V out, there used to be two V's there. How many V's will be there now? Yep, power is now 1. If I take a V out, what's left?
4.
What kind of 4?
Negative.
Be specific. Thank you very much. Now that I have it factored, how do I solve it? Jacob, do you remember? Pedro, do you remember? Laura, you remember? Jose? How do we solve this? Okay, let me ask you it. That would be simplifying it. We're looking to solve it. Okay, you guys. 5 times what is 0?
0.
11 times what is 0?
0.
12 times what?
0.
1,000,000 times what? So if I'm multiplying two things, what's the only way to get 0?
0.
One of the numbers has to be 0. See how I'm multiplying two things? So I set each part equal to 0. This one's already solved. I don't have any more work on that one. How do I get the V by itself? What?
Plus 1.
Plus 4 to both sides, exactly. Hey, you guys, what's the power on this? What's the highest power? What's the degree?
2.
How many answers did I get? I'm done. When you're ready, flip the page. I don't remember which one I'm doing on the back, but when you're ready, flip the page so I know we can move on.
Row number 11.
Okay. I underlined them. So I know I'm doing 11 and 16. Okay, number 11. How many groups are there that have a variable?
1.
There's one group with a variable. When there's only one variable and you don't have multiple groups, that's the perfect time to use square root. Okay, I want to get that x squared by itself. What do I need to do? What number do I need to get rid of?
-2.
How do I get rid of it? Add, subtract, multiply. Ooh, divide. Strong answer over here. Use a calculator and tell me what negative 170 divided by negative 2 is. Make sure you say the correct sign. Negative 2?
It's 85.
It is 85. How do I get rid of a square? Square root. If I add in the square root, what do I have to remember? What? What do I have to remember? When I add in the square root, what do I have to remember?
Solve it. Break it down.
Plus or minus. Okay, now 85, let's break that down and see if that works. Do you guys remember the secret on your calculator on how to factor that?
Menu.
Menu 2-3. Break down that 85. Let's see if there's anything that goes into it. I'm betting 5 goes into it. What else goes into it?
5 and 17.
Oh. Are those the same number? Are those the same? Can I break them down anymore? So this is prime. There's nothing. Well, this isn't prime. These are prime, and they're not the same. So there's nothing we can do. This is our answer. I'm ready when you're ready. Okay, slide up. Okay. What's different about this than the other X that we did? What makes this one different? Nope.
Equals 0.
The number in front makes it different. Remember, we multiply it to the end. We haven't actually done another X one, I'm sorry. What's 3 times negative 2? What's 3 times negative 2, anybody? Good. Okay, we want two numbers that multiply to negative 6 and add to 5. Do we want 2 and 3, or do we want 5? Oh, sorry, 6 and 1. You want 6 and 1? Okay, which one's negative? How did you figure that out? Because we want a positive 5, yeah. Bigger number always matches the sign of this number. So the bigger number of the factor is always going to match that sign. So if this is negative, that would be negative. If this is positive, that's positive. All right. Set up your parentheses. What goes inside the parentheses? Anyone? What goes inside our parentheses, y'all?
And 6.
And 6? Oh, plus 6. Good. What else goes inside the other parenthesis? Okay, we multiplied by 3, so what do we have to do? Divide by 3. What's 6 divided by 3? Good. Does this go in nicely?
No.
No. So shove it in front. Diego, what's my next step now? Oh, you were in the bathroom? Oscar, what's my next step now? It's just like what we did on number 5.
You gotta, let me think. You gotta simplify it again.
Okay. So see how we factored it? What was the next thing we did?
Oh, you gotta. Never mind, man. Sounds loud.
You want to phone a friend?
Yeah.
Who do you think could help you?
Why is he me?
Anybody want to help him out? Anybody want to help him out? What do we do? Jose, help us out. What do we do? You said it earlier. You did. What do we do, y'all? Set each part equal to?
Yeah.
Thank you. How do I get n by itself? If I add 2, then I would have n plus 4.
Subtract 2.
What do I need to do? Oscar, redeem yourself.
Yeah, man. Plus 1.
Good.
One side,
Yeah.
Oh,
Diego, what do I do? Good. That's all the ones I want to show you, but I do want to get you started on one of them. These were easier than I intended to be, but that's okay. It's a good place to start. Guys, we can't do this when it's equal to a number. So I'm on number 17. What do I need to do first?
You gotta move the X's.
What do I got to move?
The X's.
Nope. What do I need this side to be?
0.
How do I make this side 0?
You subtract 9.
Does the 9 go with the x squared, the 12, or the 44?
44.
Good. And that's all I'm going to do on that question. You guys can handle it from there.
What?
You are super smart. Okay, you guys are going to work with your team. We're going to turn this into a game for the last half of class, but you're going to work with your team and try to practice these questions, okay?